And I have a guest who's with me right now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline. He's here to talk about some of the new gaming titles and gear that is being introduced at something called the E3 Expo that is set to happen. And Marc Saltzman is with us this morning here on WCTC. And Marc, good morning to you. Does it feel more like Monday night or Tuesday morning where you're calling from right now, man? Because it's early where you are, right?
Yeah, it is, Bert, but it's all good because I obviously love this stuff. I'm like a kid in a candy store at a convention like this, and even though the doors haven't officially opened yet, there have been a lot of announcements and press conferences leading up to today. So I don't mind that it's 3:30 something here. It's all good.
All right. Well, thanks again, man, for making yourself available so early. But we're talking about a billion-dollar industry that just seems like it gets more and more popular and gets bigger every year, right, Marc?
Yeah, that's right. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. About two-thirds of all American households have a video gamer inside. The average age is 33 years old, sort of shattering the stereotype of a 12-year-old kid and the boy in the parents' basement. About half of the gamers today are female. It's about 46%. So yeah, there's something for everyone, and this is the show E3, or the Electronic Entertainment Expo, where you get a glimpse of what's to come. So a couple of things that I've already caught wind of and including some hands-on time with. One would be Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix. This is an upcoming role-playing game based on the original Final Fantasy VII, which came out, a good old 20-odd years ago, and it's one of the most iconic role-playing games or RPGs in the industry. So they've revamped the graphics, there's memorable characters and a deep story, a great battle system, and that's not coming out till March of 2020, by the way, first on PlayStation 4. So listeners are going to have to wait for that, but if they ever played Final Fantasy VII, if you have a nostalgic spot for that game, as I do, this new one is going to look great. And speaking of nostalgia, what's old is new again. There are these arcade cabinets here called Arcade 1-Up, and these are these countercades, as they call them. They're $199. They sit on your desk or on a table, and they are the authentic arcade games from the 80s, games like Centipede and Space Invaders, Pac-Man, each with a couple of games inside, and those are a lot of fun. So I've been playing with those. If you want a more sort of forward-looking game to get excited about, before we talk about hardware, Minecraft, which is, of course, has been around for a decade now. It's a very popular game that encourages kids and kids at heart to build and play in this digital world. They've got something coming this summer called Minecraft Earth. You use your smartphone to superimpose digital blocks on the real world around you. So you can play Minecraft in the park. You can play it virtually in your home, either tabletop size or full-size augmented reality. But the idea is you hold up your phone and you see digital information superimposed on top. So you can sign up for that free beta coming this summer, and that's at minecraft.earth.net. So that's going to be a lot of fun and a free game when that debuts.
Yeah, awesome stuff. And you mentioned about the old arcade-style games. Marc, if I kept every quarter that I pumped into the arcades in Jersey here in the 1980s, I think Stargate was my game, by the way, man. I played that thing till I had blisters on my hands. I probably could have retired 10 years ago, but it's something that continues to just kind of grow and get more and more popular. You talked about AR, or augmented reality. Is that the next step beyond? Because a couple years ago, they were calling it virtual reality or VR. This is something kind of cooler, right?
Yeah, so they're both starting to take off. AR, as you said, augmented reality, is when you can still see the world around you, but when you hold up your phone or you wear special glasses, that digital content is layered on top. Virtual reality is, let's call it a sister technology, where you do wear a headset, but you're fully engaged in that digital world. You do not see the real world around you. And there's some new things there. Oculus Quest just came out. That is from the same folks that started Facebook. And this is a headset that you don't have to plug into anything. You wirelessly download games over the Internet, and then you have these controllers in your hand so you can touch content inside of that world that only you see. So, yeah, both of those, I would say, are the future. And then traditional console games. Microsoft debuted their new Project Scarlet, as they call it. It's a next-generation gaming system coming holidays of 2020. So those aren't going away either. It's just really expanding who's playing games, the demographic. The demographics are changing, as I mentioned. Seniors are playing. More people play over 50 years old than teenage boys.
Is that
So
right?
things
Wow.
are really changing. Yeah. It may be more the, games like Bejeweled or Solitaire on their iPad, or, maybe it's not those, violent 3D shooters or anything like that, even though there are exceptions. But so, yeah, the kinds of games vary. There's also some accessories here and other hardware at E3. There's a new headset from a company called SteelSeries. That's really comfortable. It's called the Arctis 9X. You probably see these kids playing games like Fortnite, and they're talking with their friends at the same time. So this new headset is super comfortable. It uses two kinds of wireless audio, so you can talk to your friends and listen to the game's music at the same time, and that's $199. There's a portable drive called My Passport Go from WD. This is less about games and more about gadgets where, someone like me, I travel a lot, and I use a laptop as a journalist, and I'm always backing up my important files for fear of something happening to my laptop. So this is a tiny little ruggedized drive with storage that goes all the way up to 1 terabyte, which is a lot. And that's called My Passport Go. So that's here starting at $89. Paramount's got the new disc set for Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, which is a popular show, as you likely know, on Amazon Prime Video. So the box set has all 8 episodes from the first season, plus exclusive deleted scenes. That could be a good Father's Day gift, starting at $21 for the DVD and about $28 for the Blu-ray. And then finally, for any gadget that you buy, Dad, for Father's Day or for yourself this coming season, there's a great service that I'd love to end off on from Best Buy called Give TTS. Total Tech Support is the name of the service. For $199 a year, you get tech support for anything that you've bought, and it doesn't have to be from Best Buy. So it's part of that Geek Squad service. I think that's a smart, practical gift idea to Dad, because no matter when or where he bought his tech, if he needs help, they offer 24/7 tech support, and it's $199 a year, and that's called Total Tech Support at bestbuy.com/give TTS. So that's a good idea. So no shortage of gadgets and games ahead of the holidays of the summer season.
Yeah, good stuff for Father's Day. And technology and gaming expert Marc Saltzman, thanks for joining us so early from the West Coast this morning, and enjoy your stay there in Los Angeles. Hot day there today. Pace yourself, but thanks for the great ideas, all right?
Thank you so much for having me, Bert.